I hear Karl is in the wind.
Uh-oh.
Karl.
Yeah, sorry about that.
You are unmuted.
I'm unmuted. Uh-oh. I'm unmuted.
You have a question?
Yeah, I just had a couple of questions, I guess. But it seems like the man is trying awfully hard to work with a two-dimensional world. Like I said, I just dealt with a man who had 4 IRS felonies against him. And by the time I got done reading the first page, I was on the 4th sentence of the 3rd page, or the 2nd page, and they don't have anything. I said they're going to have nobody who's going to testify in open court against you. I said they have no impact statement of any harm or any wrong, and they have a paper case. So I got done. I went back to the motel. I said, I'm done. And we went and met his attorney 2 days later, and she confirmed the same thing. He said they have a paper case. Nobody's going to be able to testify on behalf of the IRS. They're waiting for him to admit guilt. And that's their whole case. So I don't understand why you're trying so hard to define things when let them do their job.
So what's your question, Karl? Why am I trying to define things?
It just seems like you're going an awful long way to just ask them a simple question. It's like, who have I harmed? And will that person be able to appear in open court and testify? That's all they say.
Well, there's a lot of different scenarios, and you must understand that you could talk your way in different scenarios, and you're going to walk right out of court. And you could talk your way over here in California, and you could get thrown in the psych ward. So I'm just giving people different scenarios, and I'm letting them know that if there's a code being expressed against them, they need to realize that code. You know, if you saw the Pirates of the Caribbean, when they're voting at the end of the thing or whatever for a pirate king, and that guy said, screw the code, he got shot. Even the pirates respect the code. So I'm saying, not for me, it doesn't apply to me, but I need to know.
Well, the pirates took an oath, or they were bound by the code because they said that this is our code.
Right.
So yes, he's part of society, so he's bound by those rules. Now I'm a man, and I'm not bound. I'm certainly not bound in a two-dimensional paper world, and I'm certainly not bound in a code world. That's not part of my society. So I will not allow the two-dimensional world, the code world, drag me into my three-dimensional world. My three-dimensional world isn't bound by paper. I'm unlimited in my rights. You keep saying the United States has rights. The United States doesn't have any rights. Only man has rights. The United States has duties, responsibilities, obligations, and that's all they have. They don't have privileges. They don't have rights. They're bound by a constitution. They're bound by a piece of paper. I'm not bound. So that's all I'm trying to say. You just lighten up a little bit, because I'm running around here in Indiana right now trying to get people out of federal felonies because they're all wound up with trying to cite code, and we're not part of their code world, and we're trying to use the code world, and all we have to say is who's the man making the claim. So when they said the IRS investigator is...
So you're basically saying that ignorance of the codes is okay?
Absolutely.
As long as you know that basically...
Because that's what the lady told them. The federal lady told them. Do you realize that you did wrong?
Well, I respect your opinion, Karl. I really do.
It's not my opinion. The lady asked him. The lady said to him, "Do you realize that you did wrong?" And he just looks. I kicked him with my boot, like, stop, don't say a word. And then the lady said, "Well, we're just asking you again. Do you believe that you have to pay taxes, and do you believe that you failed to file your taxes? Do you believe you did wrong?" And he says, "I don't understand anything, and I don't think I've done anything wrong." And when I walked outside with him, I said, "God bless you, sir. That's all you have to say, because all you have to do is admit that you did wrong, and they can hold you liable. But as long as you don't admit that you did wrong, they have to prove you did wrong, and that'll never happen." And that's what they said. They said, "We're all just waiting on you, sir, to admit guilt. As we walk across the street, we'll sign a plea agreement with the prosecuting attorney, and we'll start working on your sentencing."
Okay, so there you go, guys. You have another remedy out there. So when you're out